Welcome back, trendsetters. Today, we're diving into the heavy hitters and hidden gems that will take over consoles and PCs this February. From high-octane anime showdowns to the return of survival horror royalty, these titles are set to define your gaming schedule. Let's make sure you stay ahead of the game.
If you thought your friendships were safe, think again. Mario Tennis Fever is the latest arcade sports spectacle from Camelot, and it's swinging onto the scene with the largest roster in the series' history, 38 playable characters. Whether you're playing as a classic hero or one of the bizarre newcomers, the gameplay is all about wonder effects and 30 different fever rackets. These rackets aren't just for show, they come with special abilities that can turn a standard rally into a chaotic display of power. It's the kind of game where you start a friendly match and end up debating the physics of a bob-omb-infused backhand. The multiplayer appeal here is massive, supporting up to 4 players across offline, local, and online formats. If you're tired of the competitive grind, there's even a surreal adventure mode where Mario and the gang are transformed into babies and have to beat back monsters to regain their adult forms. Yes, you heard that right. Nothing says Nintendo like a diaper-clad plumber hitting a cross-court winner against a literal nightmare. With refined motion controls for the new hardware, it's the perfect, easy-to-pick-up, impossible-to-put-down title for your next game night.
For the players who like their action with a side of just one more run, BlazBlue Entropy Effect X is a stylish standout. This title takes the iconic characters from the BlazBlue fighting franchise and drops them into a 2D action roguelike structure. You'll choose from 14 unique fighters and dive into the sea of possibility, slicing through hordes of enemies while collecting potentials to customize your build. The combat is lightning fast, and the ability to inherit skills between characters means your playstyle evolves every time you step back into the lab. The visuals are pure anime eye candy, blending fluid animations with high-stakes boss battles that require genuine reflex and strategy. Because it's a roguelike, failure is just an excuse to try a weird new combination of tactical skills. It's the perfect blend for those who love the technical depth of a traditional fighter but want the addictive progression of a dungeon crawler. Just try not to get too distracted by the flashy particle effects. That boss isn't going to wait for you to finish admiring your own combo.
Taking a sharp turn into the cozy lane, Starsand Island is the life sim everyone is talking about. Imagine leaving the stressful urban grind for a tropical paradise, where your biggest concern is whether your capybara is happy. This game offers a refreshing level of freedom, allowing you to design your own cascading terrace gardens, cruise along the coast on a retro scooter, or even sail to neighboring islands. It's less about rigid checklists and more about finding harmony with nature and building relationships with a close-knit community of islanders. What sets this apart from your average farming clone is its depth and emotional tone. Beyond just planting crops and fishing, there's a mystery to uncover in the fog-shrouded ruins of the island. You'll find yourself mastering combat skills against bizarre creatures one day and going on a romantic sunset scooter ride the next. It's a beautifully animated coastal utopia that proves you don't need a high heart rate to have a high-quality multiplayer experience. It's the digital equivalent of a warm blanket, if that blanket also let you ride a longboard. Get ready to go plus ultra because My Hero Academia: All's Justice is bringing the final arc of the hit anime to life in explosive 3D arena battles. This 3v3 fighter features a staggering launch roster of 51 characters, including the latest and most powerful forms of heroes like Deku and villains like Shigaraki. The game's refined battle system is designed to showcase quirks to their absolute limit, making every match feel like a cinematic event ripped straight from the screen. If you've ever wanted to level a city block with a single punch, this is your chance. The story mode covers the climactic final war, giving fans a chance to experience the world-shaking showdown between One for All and All for One from multiple perspectives. With local and online multiplayer, it's a competitive dream for fans of the franchise.
The destructible environments add a layer of tactical chaos. It's hard to execute a perfect strategy when the floor you were standing on has been vaporized. It's fast, loud, and unapologetically heroic, making it a must-play for anyone who's ever dreamed of attending UA High. Squanch Games is back with High on Life 2, and it's just as unhinged as you'd expect. The sequel doubles down on the talking guns mechanic, introducing a new cast of chatterbox weaponry that will comment on everything from your poor aim to your questionable life choices. This time around, you're caught in an intergalactic conspiracy involving a pharmaceutical company trying to turn humans into pills. It's a comedic sci-fi Metroidvania that trades traditional stoicism for frantic skating, stabbing, and some of the weirdest humor in gaming. The gameplay has been polished significantly, offering a smoother FPS experience while keeping the bizarre gadgets that made the first one a cult hit. You'll explore exotic new locales, take on eccentric bounties, and try to ignore the fact that your shotgun is currently roasting you for missing a jump. It's a single-player adventure that feels like a fever dream directed by a Saturday morning cartoon villain. If you like your shooters with a side of existential dread and constant sarcasm, your favorite talking guns are waiting.
From the original creators of Little Nightmares comes Reanimal, a co-op horror adventure that will make you never want to visit an island again. You play as a brother and sister on a desperate mission to rescue their missing friends from a hellish, monster-infested landscape. The game uses a shared, directed camera to maximize a sense of claustrophobia, ensuring that even when you're playing with a friend, you feel completely trapped. Exploring by boat and on foot, you'll have to solve environmental puzzles and use your wits to survive the breathtaking, read terrifying, creatures haunting the shore. The atmosphere is where Reanimal truly shines, utilizing a minimalist, interpretive narrative that lets the environment do the talking. It's a tension-filled experience where every shadow could be a threat and every creak of the floorboards is a reason to panic. Whether you're playing solo or in local or online co-op, the focus is on cooperation and shared fear. It's dark, it's moody, and it's the kind of game that reminds you why you shouldn't go wandering off into mysterious ruins with only a flashlight and a nervous sibling.
Leave it to legendary developer Suda51 to create a game called Romeo Is a Dead Man. This over-the-top action title is organized chaos in its purest form, blending a space-traveling love story with combat that is as spectacular as it is weird. You play as a technologically advanced swordsman cutting through swaths of weird and wonderful creatures. The game's signature style is a visual feast, jumping between 3D cutscenes, comic strip illustrations, and even 32-bit RPG segments. It's a game that throws caution to the wind, prioritizing fun and absurdist humor over traditional gaming tropes. The most bizarre feature? You can grow bastards, zombies that function like equipable plants, which grant you special abilities in battle, like spitting poison or blowing themselves up. The combat is a spectacular and satisfying mix of melee strings and ranged gunfire that rewards positioning and smart use of your zombie plant skills. It's a breakneck experience that doesn't ask you to solve moral dilemmas, it just asks you to slash your way through a handmade diorama of a world while a killer soundtrack blasts in your ears.
Square Enix is giving JRPG fans exactly what they wanted with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. This isn't just a simple port, it's a modern remake that preserves the heart of the 2000 classic while giving it a gorgeous, handcrafted storybook visual style. The pacing, which was notoriously leisurely in the original, has been extensively reworked with new scenarios and quality of life updates. You'll explore a world spread across multiple islands, uncovering history piece by piece, alongside a cast that now feels more alive than ever. The gameplay has seen some massive upgrades, including the ability for all 5 heroes to travel together, and a new moonlighting feature that lets characters take on 2 vocations at once. You can now change jobs on the fly using a telepathic career sphere, making the deep character customization even more accessible. Plus, you can finally pet the cats and dogs. With on-screen monsters replacing random encounters and a new battle arena featuring classic archfiends, it's the definitive way to experience one of the genre's most epic journeys.
Team Ninja is back to prove that they are the masters of the masocore genre with Nioh 3. This entry takes the series into an open field setting while retaining the intense, high-stakes tension that fans crave. You play as Tokugawa Takachiyo, a protagonist who can seamlessly switch between samurai and ninja combat styles in an instant. This allows you to blend high-powered techniques with swift aerial agility, creating a combat flow that is more fluid and tactical than anything the series has seen before. The world is a dark fantasy reimagining of historical Japan, filled with fearsome yokai and legendary historical figures. One of the standout new mechanics involves corrupted zones that must be cleansed through combat, adding a layer of risk and reward to exploration. With its deep RPG systems, brutal boss battles, and the ability to carry progress over from the demo, Nioh 3 is a massive, ambitious evolution. It's a game that respects your skill and punishes your greed, providing that unique sense of accomplishment that only a Team Ninja title can deliver. Taking the top spot this month is Resident Evil Requiem, the 9th mainline entry in Capcom's legendary survival horror series. This title is essentially 2 games in one, featuring a dual protagonist system that contrasts classic horror with modern action. You'll alternate between newcomer Grace Ashcroft, an FBI analyst whose sections focus on stealth, puzzles, and ragged breathing survival, and the legendary Leon S. Kennedy, whose missions are high-octane, combat-driven affairs. It's a bold narrative that returns to the Raccoon City incident's aftermath while introducing terrifying new localized horrors. Requiem breaks tradition by allowing you to switch between first-person and third-person perspectives at any time, letting you customize your level of immersion. While Grace is being stalked through the Wrenwood Hotel by an unkillable monster, Leon is busy parrying attacks with his hatchet and tearing through hordes in the Midwest. It's a heart-stopping experience that commemorates the series' 30th anniversary by being both a love letter to the past and a leap into the future. For its atmosphere, dual playstyle innovation, and the return of Leon S. Kennedy, Resident Evil Requiem is our must-play title of the month. From the high-stakes horror of Raccoon City to the relaxing shores of Starsand Island, this month has something for every type of player. Did your most anticipated title take the top spot? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to join the community. Until next time, stay ahead, stay gaming.